Hey everybody, it's Christine, and around this time of year, the beginning of any new year, a lot of us are really focused on setting goals. And last week I sent a great process that you could do to really bring in the new year, so you can check last week's vlog if you missed that. But this week I actually want to share one of the most powerful exercises that I do with people that come to me for coaching. We do this in the beginning of our coaching relationship, and it really sets the foundation for our work together. It's really, really simple, and basically it gives you a blueprint or a roadmap of your desires, of your goals, of your intentions. So I'm going to walk you through this process. All you really need to do it is a sheet of white paper, or you can actually have a big poster board if you're a more visual person and have different markers and colors and that kind of thing, if that appeals to you. Or you can just have a piece of white paper. And what you do is you take the white paper and you fold it into 3 sections. Then you draw 1 line across the top and 3 lines down, or actually 2 lines down to leave you with 3 columns. And then what you do is on the far left-hand column, you write at the top where I am now. And on this column, you describe basically what your life is like now. Your circle of friends, your job, how much income you're making, how much joy you have, the current beliefs or emotions that tend to be present a lot of the time. It's just a description of where things are now. You know, if you were to take a snapshot of your life and describe all the aspects of it, you know, kind of physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, how would it look, okay? Then you don't go to the middle column yet. We're going to get there. You go over to the 3rd column, all the way on the right-hand side, and this is where you write your desires, your goals, your intentions, what you would like your life to look like, what you'd like to co-create, what kind of work you would like to be doing, the kind of relationship you would like to be in, the kind of feelings or emotions you would like to be experiencing more. What does your spiritual practice look like? How much money are you making? How much money is in the bank? How are you dealing with your health and well-being? You know, this is where you just write that all out. Which is why, like I said, you may want a poster board, because this little sheet of paper may not do it. Now, here's where the rubber meets the road. This middle section here, this is where it's time to get super, super honest with yourself. In this column, you write down what's in the way, or shorthand version, the blocks, the obstacles. Because it's really easy to think about what we want, and sometimes it's easy even to take action steps toward it, but oftentimes we don't deal with what's in the way, what the obstacles have been that are preventing us from getting from here to here. Which is why year after year, I see people set the same kind of goals. You know, how many years have you said, I'm going to get in shape, or I'm going to start a spiritual practice, or I'm going to end toxic relationships, or whatever it may be, or I'm going to leave my job. You're great at knowing where you are and what you don't like about it, and you're awesome at doing vision boards and co-creating ideas and intentions and all of that kind of stuff. But you're not really working enough here in terms of removing the blocks. And this is in so many ways what I do as a coach with people. Because when we don't deal with the obstacles, it's hard to get any momentum from here to here. Now, what are obstacles? Obstacles can be fear. Obstacles can be limiting beliefs. What is the story you've told yourself for years and years and years that's preventing you from getting to your dreams? Obstacles could be over-obsession with what other people think, or still hanging on to an ex, not being responsible with money. What are your main blocks? And again, I know in kind of the personal growth world, we love to look at anything's possible and I can do anything and life is amazing. And I agree. But if we don't acknowledge how we've been holding ourselves back, because we're human beings, we all have blocks. That's part of how we grow, is overcoming them. And when you can write them down and get really honest about them, then you can create an action plan for getting through them. So you're actually dealing with this column before you're dealing with this column. And naturally, this column happens because you've dealt with it here. Now, often the biggest obstacle for any of us is ourselves. We get in our own freaking way all the time. We do this by being mean to ourselves, comparing ourselves to others, continuing to tell ourselves over and over again where we're not enough, or where we're not deserving, or how everyone is better, or how we can, or how we failed, or blah, 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 blah. Look at how you're sabotaging yourself. Look at how you're your greatest obstacle. We can make lots of excuses about the economy, or my parents, or my spouse, or this or that, or whatever. But we have to take personal responsibility and get out of our own way. Our relationship with ourselves is the only thing we actually have some dominion, I'll even use the word control, over. One of my favorite prayers to help me with this, because I get in my own way too, is, God, please help me get out of my own way. simple prayer, right? But sometimes we need that help. We need that strength to stop our self-sabotage. Because as much as we have our human desires, we also have our human, more shadow side that doubts whether we're worthy of them, or whether we're capable of them, or deserving of them, or enough for them. And I'm just here to tell you, you absolutely 100% are. So have the courage to really put this on paper, really own where you're blocked. And instead of going, oh my gosh, look at all these blocks, this is going to be such hard work. No. I want you to react with enthusiasm and go, wow, this is what's in my way. Now that I know this, I can deal with it. And figure out how you're going to do that. Maybe you're going to get a coach, maybe you're going to take some classes, maybe you're going to start a new routine, a 40-day practice to really make something a habit. You start getting more strategic with how you overcome your blocks, because you're worth it. It's time to get out of your way so you can move from here to here. And remember, this column often may surprise you in terms of how easy it is to achieve it, but also the unexpected pleasant surprises that come your way when you clear out this column. You have my love and my support and encouragement. I know you can get out of your own way, and I look forward to seeing you next week.